So, Matt, we've spent some time together talking through some of the things that you are understandably very angry about the trauma. And I wondered if we could think about doing an exercise together as a way of helping you further express some of these thoughts and feelings and sort of getting them out of your head onto paper. The thing I'd like to suggest that you do is write what we call an anger letter, which is addressed to the driver, but we would never send it. It's really an opportunity for you to get out all of your thoughts and feelings and sort of in a sort of orderly way. I also hope by doing this exercise, I will be able to better understand all of the things that you're angry about. And in that way, I could help you better in this therapy.
Should be easy because I'm feeling angry a lot of the time anyway, and I do want you to be able to help me more. I'm not quite sure how, but I'm willing to give it a try.
So, how would you feel about writing this letter as a homework task before our next session?
Sure. I mean, how long should it be?
It's completely up to you, Matt. What I would suggest is you set aside some time this week, either to type it or to handwrite it, and just let your thoughts and feelings go, and really kind of no holds barred, just write whatever comes to mind that you'd really like to be able to say to the driver of the car.
Okay, I've got a few things, I guess. Do you want me to send it to you before next session, or?
Like with everything you do, I'm really keen to see things and read through things as much as I can, perhaps before or during our session. But I'd say it's your choice. If you want to email it to me in advance, great. If not, that's fine. Just bring it with you to the next session. That's fantastic to hear that you've written the letter. Well done. Thank you so much for doing that. What was it like? How did you find that exercise of writing the anger letter?
I mean, it did bring up a lot of anger, um, and I found that as I was writing it, kind of like there were more other little bits that I remembered about
Mm.
what I was kind of sort of feeling angry about as well. Because
Mm-hmm.
normally I just try and shut it down if I can, but like it allowed me to get into it, I guess. And it was, I don't know, it felt, I'm not quite sure how, but it felt sort of helpful to get it into the letter, and kind of it was almost like saying it to him, although I know I wasn't really. I mean, it did leave me feeling like, oh, sort of riled up and stuff afterwards, though, I've got to say.
It sounds like when you were writing the letter, it actually helped you, while it was difficult and it got you riled up, like you said, it actually helped you remember other bits that you'd forgotten. Because
Yeah,
then, like you said, you're trying to block those memories out and not think about it. Um, and it also sounds like it has sort of helped you feel like you were expressing some of those feelings to the driver, even though you knew it wasn't actually going to reach him.
yeah, yeah, that's true.
So, Matt, I wondered how it would feel to read out the letter in our session together now. Do you have any concerns about reading it out loud to me?
I don't know, I just get all riled up again, won't I?
Maybe we could test that out then, sort of reading it out together and seeing
Yeah.
what happens.
Driver, I cannot tell you how angry I am with you, yeah? Because your stupid and careless mistake, I'm sort of stuck here. I can't do things that I used to. I can't, I'm not being able to sleep properly. I've got all these awful sort of memories. There's kind of the sort of constant pain. There's all the impact that it's having with, like, all of my family. They're you've been getting on with your life without a care in the world, and this is just unfair. Yeah. Um, I can't forgive you. I think I'll probably always hate you, but I know that that this anger, this is only hurting me. It's holding me back in my life and what I do. Um, and while it's kind of you know eating me up, it's got no effect on you. Yeah, it can't have any effect on you. So one of the things, and I know this wasn't quite what you asked, but this seemed like natural to do when I was doing it, was like I'm going to kind of move forward now. Yeah, I'm not going to let you keep ruining my life. Yeah, I deserve better than this. My family deserve better than this. And each day I'll kind of let go of this anger, and I'm going to focus on what I need, what my family need from my life. So it kind of moved on a little bit in some ways, but it just seemed sort of it kind of seemed natural to do it.
Mm.
And I know there was probably more detail I could have put in at the start, but what I put in definitely kind of got me into that those feelings. That's for sure.
That's fantastic, Matt. Thank you so much for reading that out loud to me. And I think it's brilliant that you were able to kind of really express how you felt and all the things that you've lost since the accident, but also that it did naturally move on to reflecting on how you want to move on with your life and stop him from sort of dominating your life like that as well. I think that was really, really
Yeah.
fantastic that you did that.
Easy
Um,
to say.
it is easy to say, and actually that's something that we're going to do a lot more work on together. But I'm delighted that that kind of felt natural to include that. But
Yeah.
that's something we'll come back to. How did you feel just then reading that out loud to me, Matt?
Well, I've got, bit like when I did it,
Mm-hmm.
and I wrote it in that, I kind of could feel it again. I could feel getting a little bit pumped,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
and but it also like felt right about what I was saying at the end of it again. Which
Mm,
is that, look, I know that this is um, not helping me.
yeah. Did you get as riled up as you thought you would?
Uh may no, probably not.
So that's interesting, isn't it? That actually it did make you feel pumped up. So the anger was definitely there, but not as riled up as you thought you might by reading it
No.
out loud. So Matt, I'm wondering sort of overall, what do you think you've taken from this exercise? What did you learn from this?
I learned that I could do it because I didn't think I could do it, and I thought it'd be sort of too annoying
Mm.
to do it. So I did do it, and I guess the bit that was a sort of a bit of a surprise that they were almost like, you know when I was doing it. Again, I didn't get all of the bits down in
Mm-hmm.
writing, but there was some other bits that came back to me about why I was angry, and the fact that it wasn't just a mistake, but he was just really careless.
Mm-hmm.
Carelessness of it all. So I those bits helped actually, just to kind of like, right, God, get it all out really.
And Matt, yes, I think that's completely understandable to be feeling really angry looking back of the carelessness of it all. Like you said, I think it's totally understandable.
And I think probably the most helpful thing was that realizing that it's not helping me now,
Okay.
but that was a surprise.
Yeah. Okay. And that I think that can be something we can really take forwards from here, building on that further. What do you think?
Yeah, sure. I mean, that makes sense.